Hello and welcome to I Teach, Teach, Teach. Today's episode on the Rubik's Cube is on solving the first layer. So at this point, you should already have your white cross here on the bottom, And remember that this edge piece, the blue is lined up with the blue, the orange with the orange, the green with the green, and the red with the red. So that's a correct white cross for us. And now we can start working on solving the bottom layer. So the first layer. So for solving the first layer, basically what we want to do is we want to take a piece like this that's got white on it. This is the white, orange, and green corner piece. And what we want to do is we want to put that right here facing down, right? Because this is the green and orange side, and the white needs to be facing down. So it goes there. So what we can do is we can just, this is called a slot. These two pieces right here are called a slot. We can pull that slot out. We can back this in, and then we can push this new slot down in there, and now we've got green with green, orange with orange, and the white's right there, right? We've got another piece. Yeah, is that how we do it? We've got another piece right here that we can do the same thing. This is the white, red, and green side. So so we take the white, green, and red side. Hope this isn't distracting to you at all. And we pull this slot out, we back it in, and we put it back down. Now, in this case, I've got the white facing up. So we probably want to, you can't, there's no way that you can put that in and have that work. It doesn't matter how I try to put it in, it's not going to work, right? So what I'm going to do is, in this case, you can see these two are lined up. And this is a good slot for us because I've got the blue and the red lined up and the white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this slot out. And when I do that, you see how now it's facing the correct direction. I can give it one rotation on the top, right? Or maybe two, because we want to find a really good slot that we're not going to use, and this one has yellow, so we're not going to use that one. We'll just put that back in there. It's kind of a placeholder. Now this slot that we do want to use, now I kind of fixed this, right? I put it so that it's facing a direction that I can put it in this slot. I'm going to put this here, because I'm going to pull this slot out. I'm going to back it in, and when I put it back down, that's in the correct spot now. And I also had this edge piece lined up with it too. So this whole side is pretty much good to go right there. All right. It's basically, you know, if it's facing up, you can flip it. But if it's already facing this direction, then you can basically just put it in. And this is the blue and orange one. I'm not sure. I've got red and green, can put that in. I've got blue and orange, I can put that in. And now I've got them all here. Now, the one last scenario that I want to tell you about is, you know, what happens if you have a situation where you've got a corner piece in there, and it's the correct corner piece, but it's lined up the wrong way. Well, basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull that slot out so that you can get it to the top layer. Now, if I pull it up like this, I've got the white on top, and that's hard to fix. But if I pull it out like this, there's two ways you can pull a slot out, this way or this way. If I pull the slot out like this, then it's going to be easier to put in because then it's facing this way, and I can just back it in. So if they're down here on the first layer already, but they're oriented wrong, pull them out into the top layer, fix them, and then put them back down. All right, and that's basically how you get all white on the bottom. And if you put all those corner pieces in their correct spot, then this whole layer is now correct. We've got white, we've got red, we've got blue, we've got orange, we've got green, and we're ready to move on to the next layer.
All white.
Yep, all white. We've got all white on the bottom. All right, so this first layer is solved, and that's basically how you solve the first layer of a Rubik's Cube. One other note is that you can do something called F2L, which is where you solve the first two layers at the same time, which is kind of like what we did with that one slot right here, where we did kind of almost 2 layers at once, and we can talk more about that later. But for right now, we're just going to solve 1 layer at a time, then the next layer, and then the next layer. Once you get good at that, then we can start working on solving 2 layers at once, which is a little bit faster. All right. This is another episode of I Teach, Teach, Teach. Thank you for watching. Do you want to say thank you for watching?
Thank you for watching.
All right, and press that button right there.